How about now? Am I a tiny robot now? Who knows? Maybe I should load me up. See how I'm doing here. Yes. Cool. Evening, Capelso, evening, Ray. No. So, you probably can't hear the music because I'll just bring it up. This is really loud in my cans, but let's see. How are we all? Have we had a good day? Normal for DJ, let's just say. DJ average. That's where we are. That's, oh wow, you've gone. What are you doing there, OBS? Might have to add that element back in. XCOM's Okie Coke. Gabriel Knight. DOSBox. That's what we want. When you say probabilities work, Capelso, it means that your work involves you calculating probabilities? Or do you mean the probabilities of you getting work? Let's get rid of the crazy whack team so I can hear myself. Yeah, I'm also a bit poor at probabilities. It depends. Like, sometimes okay at dice probabilities, unless we're playing Star Wars X-Wing. Then those dice are just terrible. Hello, the former astronomer. Hello. All my pretties are here. All my favourite Twitchers as well. So, at least the Star Wars X-Wing, you can pretend you're Luke Skywalker and go pew 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 and stuff. What's happening there? Ray's a grumpy goth and full of bleg. Are you full of bleg? Like ill? You sniffly? I'm a little bit sniffly, just mainly because I've had a kebab. Aye. Also, yeah, you've lived a very safe life, Capelso. Oh, the Whippy thing. Yeah, I mean, that sucks, particularly when you've got, like, something that you're looking forward to, like a big deal, like the Whitby Goth Festival or something, and then it gets whipped out from you. Alrighty. Well, let's crack on, shall we, with Gabriel Knight. Let's see where we're going here. So, we know Capri Sancour. And we solved the thing. We solved the clock puzzle, a really annoying clock puzzle, at Grandma's house. What was really annoying about it, when I was going through the video for the YouTube upload and trying to grab a screenshot, I stopped on a bit and realised that when we were looking at things, the narrator mentioned that the outer circle can move, and it just didn't grok at all. Oh, there's my mother. Let's hang up on her. Sorry, ma'am, I'm streaming. Former astronomer. He used to go to the Goth Festival as well. 21 years. I think it's 21 years seems like a long time ago, but it's 1999, which seems like yesterday. It's just like that. Yeah, no, it's cool. One day, my favourite Whitby story. I've never been to Whitby or the Goth Festival, but like about I want to say like 2004, 2005. There was a programme on BBC4 with Richard Wilson from what was the name of the show? I don't believe it. I was going to say Keeping Up, One Foot in the Grave. Richard Wilson from One Foot in the Grave did a show for BBC4 where he drove classic cars from the 1950s around routes from a 1950s sort of driving, touring thing. Sort of like, sort of Richard Wilson does classic drives in classic cars. Kind of like Top Gear, but with less dickheads. And one of them, he's in like I want to say a Morris Marina or a Morris Minor in Whitby, and he goes out for a drive with some goths and just like has a chat with these goths in Whitby. So there's like Richard Wilson in a car full of goths trying to drive up a hill in an old Morris Marina that wasn't doing so well. And it's always remained stuck in my head. Every now and again I try and see if I can find it on YouTube or something. It's just the bizarrest thing. Richard Will, I don't believe it. A car full of goths. Would it help if I goth out and pushed? Oh! Pun of the night, Capellosaur. Pun of the night. Oh yes, your Lord of the Rings tattoo, Ray. Excellent. At least your money went to something that's also going to give you a lifetime worth of memories. That's cool. That's cool. Right. There's enough goth. Well, I say enough goth nonsense. We're hanging around New Orleans. There are murders. We've been hanging around graveyards. Of course, there's going to be goth nonsense, and that's what we're going to find out today as well. As Capelsaw did the Activision helpline for us and let us know how we're going to finish day one, which is we need to find out about someone called Gedda. We found the grave, the family grave, so we need to try and find out about them. Lord of the Rings quiz off. Wow, that's a really weird way to be introduced to someone. Let's have a quiz off. Bizarre. That being said, I had a Discord conversation with a total stranger last night, trying to introduce him to the role-playing game Changeling the Dreaming, which they were kind of interested in. So, oh yeah. Right, where were we? Sort of no idea what's going on. We got no idea what's going on here. The best advice we've got from the manual with regards to Gabriel Knight is to talk to everyone about everything and show them everything and ask them about everything until they keep repeating stuff. So we appear to have saved ourselves in the police station, where we definitely learnt that this copper was definitely food encouraged, because when the wagon came along earlier, he got up and left his desk, which is probably going to be a thing later. So let's have a click around what we're on. I've done some tweaks to DOSBox. Hopefully it shouldn't be that poppy and stuttery. We'll see how it goes. Let's.
There's a photocopy machine in the office area.
That's right. I think I'm going to need to put that volume up for you guys. The former astronomer, you weren't with us on Saturday, were you? Let's just check those audio levels.
There's a photocopy machine in the office area.
Yeah, she's much louder now. So, the former astronomer, we are Gabriel Knight, voiced by Tim Curry. Lot of a perv, really. Lot of a perv. I was going to say a little bit, but really a lot of a perv. There were some big ew moments on Saturday. We're an author and bookstore owner, and we're writing a book about voodoo and the detective in charge of the voodoo murders here in New Orleans left us some photos at the front desk here. So we're friends with the police detective. We're aware of the murders, and I think we're sort of like just trying to find out more about them to write a book. But we also had to we also had to go to our grandmother's to sort out some stuff where there was a really annoying clock puzzle, and we're finding out lots of weird history about our grandfather and his previous life in Germany. We already surmised that the grandmother was probably the daughter of a plantation and slave owner. Like we've got like headcanon going on here that we're just thinking the worst of everyone, because it was 93 and let's face it, everyone was the worst in the 90s. Yeah, so now we're just trying to like basically click around everything and find out more information. Oh, there was a guy in a voodoo store that when we asked them about the voodoo murders, they said Cabri Sankar, and we went, what does that mean? They went, oh, nothing. So he's totally fucking sus. But there's not a lot we can do about it. So at the moment we're just trying to see if we can find like the triggers to move the story forward, which is we believe from a little bit of minor cheating, something to do with something called Gedda. So let's have a look at this.
The desk sergeant looked like a poster boy for heart disease. 30 extra pounds between his armpits and his belt, and a complexion of consistency of grey oatmeal.
I feel personally
In
attacked.
other words, a typical product of good southern cooking.
I feel perfectly attacked. I've only ever seen Rocky Horror show once. The Rocky Horror Picture Show used to be on Channel 4 late at night, and I would always fall asleep. So, no. Right, let's see what there is
Can I
to...
bother you again, officer?
If we can get any more information out of this guy.
What is it this time?
Ask about voodoo.
What can you tell me about voodoo?
Me? Nothing. I'm a Catholic boy.
Voodoo's kind of like slightly based off Catholicism, so you should know stuff about it.
What can you tell me?
I told you, I ain't got nothing to say about voodoo.
Right, that's definitely him done on voodoo.
Are you sure you can't give me the scoop on the voodoo murders case?
Hey, buddy. Do I look like the kind of lowlife that'd betray my sacred oath to this department?
I don't know. What would that kind of lowlife look like?
Like hamburger meat if I got a hold of 'em. Kinda like what you're gonna look like in about 5 seconds.
Okay, sorry I asked.
What a wonderful desk sergeant. He's so violent.
What can you tell me?
Best food in the world. You can get it right here in New Orleans. Muffaletta sandwiches.
Sorry, what sandwiches?
Beignets. Good Cajun coffee. Yep. Man can die happy in this city.
So here are some of the things that we've recently learned about. Because normally, like these questions up here in blue are all the sort of global questions, and it started with just voodoo murders, New Orleans. But we've got a few other things with St. John's Eve, Cabri Sankor, and Schattenjager, or Jaeger rather. Sorry, my German is terrible. Hello, kitty cat. Let's talk about St. John's Eve.
What can you tell me about St. John's Eve?
I already told you. It's a busy night for us, pal. You want a history lesson? Go read a book.
Wrong camera. Say hi, Orky. Say hi. Say hi to chat.
Are you sure you don't know what Capri Sankar means?
You don't want to make me repeat myself, bud.
Have you ever heard of a Schottenjäger?
What is it with you? I said no.
I got a feeling we have, like, asked all
Tell
about
me
this.
about yourself.
I hate people who ask stupid questions.
I think we may have exhausted everything with the desk sergeant here.
Please tell me where the crime scene is.
Look, buddy, you keep it up, and there'll be a crime scene right here.
Oh, he's so wonderfully violent. Former astronomer, where were you on Saturday? We could have done with someone who had some really good German. Capellosaur had a bit, at least recognised 3 dragons.
About Detective
Which is
Wilson.
actually all we needed, wasn't it?
I told you, he's not here.
Yeah, we have exhausted this, haven't we? I was thinking as I was like mucking about with this on Sunday to try and work out like some of the DOS box issues. I think if anything, we did. I think possibly by virtue of going to the police station once, we did unlock. We did unlock the motorcycle cop at the square. So he wasn't there first time. First time we went to the square, there were musicians. We couldn't talk to the musicians. We couldn't talk to any of the people walking around. But there was the motorcycle cop. And the motorcycle cop, we keep hearing messages. All these distorted messages which talk about a crime scene. And I've got a suspicion, can we get the mime to bother him or something? That's, maybe. Oh, no, Angel, I've had a brilliant idea, and you have just inspired me.
Homicide team attend.
Yeah. The mime follows people. So can we get the mime to follow us? Because the mime usually follows people, and then they turn around and go, "What you doing, you weird white-faced freak?" So, can we get the mime to follow us to the cop, and then maybe the cop will arrest him for being a mime? Yeah, look at this. We're being harassed by a mime. Ah ha ha ha. Oh no, Angel, that was just the spark we needed. Look at him falling out with his jaunty little walk. Like a bell end.
You white-faced geek! You want to eat my fist?
Anyone seen Jill?
Oh, wait, what? Almost. Except for the bloody thug there. Okay. Maybe we can get back. Maybe we should have gone down as opposed to around that way. There he goes. He follows the woman and then...
Well, I never! Leave me alone, you man!
You white-faced geek! You want to eat my fist?
I starting at 7? Oh well, we'll see if we can unlock some stuff and then we'll raid him. Right. Oh, see, he always gets distracted by the other people.
Nasty thing, you! I'll call the police, I will!
That's it. Don't get distracted by the people. Mime, follow us. We can unlock some main things and we'll keep following us. Here we go. Something's happening.
Hey, cut that out.
Yes!
I told you to stop that. All right, mister. You want some of this?
Ha ha! Okay, let's see if we can operate the bike or the radio.
Gabriel picks up the headset and listens.
Yeah.
Ambulance 911, have you located the crime scene? They've radioed for you 3 times.
Damn! Did you say it was north of the Lake Retreat Country Club?
South, Lakeside Drive north of Piedmont Pier, south of the country club.
Man, I don't know if it's the clouds out here today or what. Good thing this guy's already dead.
Everyone's having trouble. Must have been hallucinogens in the coffee this morning.
Very nice.
It's just so misty out here or something. Hey, I see a squad car. Got it, Molly.
Thank God. Have a good one, 9-1.
Interesting.
Stupid mime. Hey, you! Get away from that bike.
Sorry.
Yeah. Now we know where the crime scene is. Of course, get the
The
mime
crime
to hassle with her.
scene is still at the site. Gabriel parks a bit out of the way and walks over to avoid adding to the general confusion.
Oh, hopefully we get to meet Mark Hamill. Mark Hamill does a voice on this. Oh.
Hey, mostly.
Huh? Knight, you wiener. I told you not to call me that.
Feeling jumpy?
Mark Hamill.
Who, me? Don't be stupid. How'd you find me?
Oh, I was just driving by.
Mm-hmm. Well, for the book. But don't tell anyone I let you see this, huh?
Luke Skywalker, Jedi Cop.
It's another one, as you can see. Same M.O. and no frickin' clues. We're still waiting on an ID for the body.
That's disgusting. Isn't this a rather, public area for this kind of thing?
Yeah, they're frickin' ghosts, these guys. Lakeshore Drive isn't exactly the 10 expressway, but it is open to the public. No reports of nothing. Now, who the hell is that?
Plot, 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 plot. Oh.
Good day, Miss Getty.
What's going on, officer?
Detective Mosley, man. We've got a little problem here, but nothing for you to be concerned about, Miss Getty.
I see. Thank you, Detective. And good day, gentlemen.
Whoa, I'm in love.
Forget it. That's Malia Getty. She's about as far out of your reach as the moon. Probably on her way to meet some guy with a yacht right now.
Near here?
The lake's a popular place for country clubs.
If she's out here a lot, maybe she saw something or heard something.
Man, nobody ever sees or hears nothing. I told you. Besides, you just don't go around bothering people like her.
Oh, I'm sure we will. Particularly now Gabriel's
We've
got the
about
horn.
wrapped it up, sir. It's another clean sweep.
Yeah, let's get the meat wagon moving then.
Do you want to leave an officer here, sir?
Nah, just leave the tape up for a few days.
Yes, sir.
That'll stop
If you'll
people.
excuse us, sir, we'll take him away.
Stick around and take notes for the book if you want. Watch out for the muck in the water moccasins, though. I'll be back at the station. Stop by if you want to go over the case with me.
Thanks.
So yeah, Gabriel does always have the horn. So the former astronomer you missed on Saturday when we were in Grandma's attic. There was a dressmaking mannequin, and Gabriel says, "My first sight of the female form." And it's just like, oh, and we were all like, ew, 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 ew. And he's always perving on his secretary, but look how much progress we made with just like one simple mime. We found Dexter Mosley and the crime scene, played by Mark Hamill. We go talk to him. And let's just have notes on here. And we found, what's her name again? I want to say Maria, but it's not Maria, is it? Marla Gedder, who we know from some little cheating is someone important that's going to help us, that's going to make us progress past this day to the next day. And moving the days onwards is how we're going to progress in this game and give us like some good markers. Let's just have a look.
Out down the spot. Will these pristine banks ne'er be cleaned again?
Ah, a bit of a Shakespeare reference. Is that some graffiti there?
There seems to be a pattern to the lines in the sand. But if there is a pattern, it's smeared. There's only one small area that's clearly defined.
So, Autobot, auto moderation, I think stupid German should be, yeah, I'm not sure if, like, Gedder, I think maybe possibly more French. Anyway, I think we've got an excuse to use our magnifying glass here, because it said there was a small area, right?
The lines in the sand are fairly large. The line...
Okay. Maybe not then. What did we say about that?
There seems, but if there is a pattern...
just to say that there's only one area.
The banks of Lake Pontchartrain are rich with clay deposits.
Clay deposits, you say?
Lake Pontchartrain is impressive. It measures 24 miles across and stretches as far as the eye can see. But you wouldn't want to swim in it.
Says you.
Police tape marks off the crime scene.
And Norse. Okay. Shall we see if we can take the police tape? It's always handy to police tape.
Gabriel don't need to take the police tape.
Okay, fine.
Gabriel can't.
I mean, they appear to have cleared everything up, right?
The police have already taken samples of the blood.
Mm-hmm.
Mosley will be able to tell Gabriel if there's anything significant. The trees on the banks of the lake are mostly oak and elm, very old.
Are you green? You
Police
more tape?
tape
Just more police tape.
Patches of grass have managed to survive life on the banks of Lake Pontchartrain. Patches of...
Alright, yeah, you're saying the same thing. So there doesn't seem to be much here to interact with.
Gabriel is on the sand and clay shore of Lake Pontchartrain, at the site where some poor bastard got to see who the voodoo murderers really are.
Now, Capello,
the site is now deserted.
The audio is not the best on this game. You know, it's it's still emulating a CD-ROM drive from 1993 in here, so it gets like a bit weird and jittery. Unless, of course, I'm sounding weird and jittery, and if I'm sounding weird and jittery, then it may be your internet. Unless I'm sounding weird and squeaky and like some crazy robot, then it's my OBS. But we sorted that one out earlier with Ray. Okay, I don't think there's much else here. I think we should go back, talk to Mosley at the police station for a bit, and then go back to our bookstore and end the day. Bye.
Gabriel wouldn't get far on foot.
Alright, fine, I exit this way then. Talk to the desk, Sarge.
Got a second, officer?
What can I do you for?
Now, if we ask about Mosley.
I'm here to see Detective Mosley.
He's in his office. Go on back.
Alright, we just walk back there now, can we? Oh, hang on. We probably need to open this. The inventory, no. The way this works for astronomer for inventory is this icon here shows us what's in our inventory.
This is the last page of inventory.
Where Mosley gave us a picture of a murder body from previous crime scene and a picture of himself as a young man. We took some tweezers, a magnifying glass, and this gift voucher from our shop at the start. When we solved the clock puzzle, we found this letter and this picture of our grandfather, which got us the Shatterjäger clue. And then this piece of brick we found at the cemetery, which had been writing some sort of weird code on the walls. When you select something and then hit play, it then goes up here. So it becomes something we can select other than these icons up here. Anyway, we want the walk icon because we want to go out back. And I mean, shall we stay in character and hit on this cop, or shall we?
Mosley's office door is unassuming, unlike Mosley himself.
Yeah, Ray is keeping a close eye on our points here. For some reason, this is a point and click with points. Apparently, there are like multiple ways to do things in the game, and sometimes it can, if you don't do things one way on one occasion, it might make other tasks hard. So maybe they've done some multi-branching stuff, which is probably where the points come into play a little bit. Like maybe you can finish the game but still be missing 20 points and shit like that. Alright, let's open the door to Mosley's office. I like the little peek he did there.
Hey, Mostly.
Knight, I had a feeling you'd show up.
Right, I suppose, well, let's just have a good chat with him, shall we?
So, how's it hanging, bud?
Lousy. I hate crime scenes. People are sick fucks. You know that, Knight?
Language!
I'm starting to get that impression.
Get to the
Can I ask you about some stuff?
You're the writer. Ask away.
Let's loop through them all. We've got quite a few, we'll get back to that.
What can you tell me about
voodoo?
There's voodoo that goes on in this city, sure. I looked into it a bit at the beginning of this case.
I can hear Mark Hamill in that.
But the voodoo stuff found at the crime scenes is all faked. It doesn't have anything to do with the real stuff. I know. I asked some experts. It's intimidation tactics, that's all.
I hate doing my job.
What do you know about the voodoo murders?
Lots. Can you be more specific?
Ooh. Submenu.
Do you know anything about the killers?
At least 20 people attend the killings. We know this from the variety of footprints found at the scenes.
Footprints? Aren't those as good as fingerprints?
Can be, but we'd have to have a suspect in custody first, and the suspect would have to match one of the few distinct prints we have. Most of the footprints are smudged, trodden over, unreadable. These guys are so casual in their expertise, it's maddening. Like they know we'll never find them.
How many murders have there been so far?
7 murders have so far been linked to the Voodoo Murders case. Now, the first murder occurred about 8 weeks ago. The M.O. was the same in each murder. Lake Pontchartrain was a 7.
What kind of evidence have you found?
He's perked
No
up, isn't he?
fingerprints, a few bare footprints. Found a few fibers, but not many. The weirdest one was leopard fur.
Leopard fur?
Leopard fur? I am enjoying Tim Curry's New Orleans accent here, Louisiana. He does sound like a good old southern boy.
Describe the crime scenes.
Well, there's the corpse itself, minus the heart. Around where the body was killed, we find marks and flour and blood. There are traces of wax from candles, red and black. Ordinary wax candles, so the lab reports. Also blood and feathers of chickens. Also goat's blood. And plenty of the victim's own, of course.
There was blood and blood and blood. Cool.
What's the coroner say?
The victim's heart is always ripped out of the chest and missing. We haven't located a single one of them.
Lovely. Any idea what they do with them?
Don't even want to know. Also, the coroner says some of the victims had heart attacks before the incision. Literally scared to death. The knife wounds are consistent with a long, narrow, wavy-edged knife. Probably a ritualistic dagger.
Alright, yeah, exactly right. So uncommon. There's never blood at murder scenes. Could they be more... Well, we got a bit more specific there, because for a second I was thinking Palasaur, that, like, have we got, like, a Temple of Doom style scenario. Caliber! Sticking there. And just ripping out their hands, but obviously they're doing some form of surgery / butchery.
Any witnesses?
Nope. There's never been a single witness. No one's even heard a disturbance. It's damned weird. Like they just don't want people to see, and so nobody sees nothing.
Full Terminator. Yeah.
Know anything about the victims?
The victims are all out-of-towners. We still don't know why.
So these are local crimes by local people.
Oh, nothing. Never mind.
Sure, no problem.
So, like, there's some good branching logic going on here, but then sometimes it just, like, drops off weird. Never mind.
What can you tell me about New Orleans?
You and me grew up together. You tell me.
Oh, they're all school buddies.
It's a pretty nice place, even seeing the stuff I see. You know. The quarter's getting a bit too wild, though. Getting hard to control. Not quite what it was when you and me used to hang here, but... Hell, I've never known anything else.
So here's a good question. Actually, Capella, so you're right. I mean, looking at these digital artworks, how old would you say each of them are? Like, yeah, Mosley's got, what? Is it Greybeard, or is it just like how they've drawn the 5 o'clock shadow with the 16-bit colour that they had? I'm putting, like, for some reason, my headcanon's putting Gabriel Knight in sort of like early mid-30s. But is he actually more like a handsome 40s? Yeah, well, I mean, I could imagine them being about the same age. You know, like maybe we could push like Gabriel Knight up to like a handsome 40s, and then Mosley's like gone to seed 40s. I know how that one feels. So I know I think they could go together. But, you know, Gabriel's got like, you know, all these creased stuff just because he's got his cool hair. Doesn't mean, like, you know, and he has a cool leather jacket. Doesn't mean he's actually young, does it? Alright, let's ask about St. John's Eve.
What can you tell me about St. John's Eve?
That's coming up, isn't it? We get some occasional weirdness in the quarter, but nothing much. Used to have a lot of strange things happen, though, or so I hear.
Cool hair hides many things, which is why people think you're still a student. Powerful. That could be it. You've got some good curly hair going on. I'd actually talk. If we're going to do cool hair, might as well. I mean, you grow the damn thing, so you might as well just let it flow, right? Let it flow, let it flow. It's a little bit greasy, but might as well get my thick, luxurious locks out. Oh yeah. My Eddie Vedder hair. Actually, it's not as curly as Eddie Vedder. Probably because of all the grease. But it's definitely as thick and as luxurious as Eddie Vedder's. And also I can do that thing of, yeah. But maybe I can't hit the high notes in black anymore. Right, here's the keyword, or one of the big keywords. Capri Sancoeur.
Do you have any idea what Capri Sancoeur means?
Hell no. Is that French? My mother spoke it, but I always had a hard enough time just speaking English.
True enough.
Alright, so he doesn't know much about Capri Sancoeur. Luke Skywalker. You are Luke Skywalker at the beginning of A New Hope.
Have you ever heard of a Schottenjäger?
No. Ha! Is that anything like a Chuck Yeager?
I don't think there's any relation.
Ooh, shirty. Just because it's something to do with your granddad.
Tell me about yourself.
For the book?
Sure, why not?
Okay, what do you want to know?
Ooh. Well, right down.
How'd you like working on the police force?
Are you kidding? You know I love being a cop. In New Orleans, it's the best place in the world to be one.
Loads of drunks to beat up.
What are your plans for the future?
Go forward.
Well, you know, I don't like to count my chickens before they're hatched, but I don't see why I can't be the chief of police of New Orleans someday. I already know the mayor, and my record is one of the best in the department.
I'm sure it's just a matter of moments, mostly.
Yeah, you'll see.
I mean, we're all friends, but this is like first date questions, but hey.
Got any hobbies?
Yeah, making your life miserable.
I'm
serious. Don't you shoot or chew or something like that?
No, I'm a freaking ballet dancer. Jeez. Yeah, I was #1 at the Louisiana State Fair Marksman Contest. I play trumpet, too. You know, put your lips together and blow.
Are we shipping them? As this sort of like big closeted thing? Are we shipping them? I might be shipping them. Slightly.
How's your home life?
Oh, real funny, Knight. Why don't you just bring in some frickin' salt? Well, you know Annie left me. My home life is shit.
Right. Sorry about that.
Okay, so, moving in on someone when they're vulnerable, is it, Gabriel? Is that your MO? Okay. If this is going to be anything like Tim Curry's reading this before, I might faint.
Just tell me anything at all.
No, that's fine.
Remember how we used to play monkey in the middle? We used to piss off our senior year teacher. What was her name? Ms. McKelly? You'd act like you were going to toss her an eraser or something. Then you'd throw it to me over her head.
All right, yeah.
We used to do it at your grand's, too. Like with the remote when she wanted to watch your soaps.
Yep, and it was a great way to pick up women in the library. Oh, those were the days.
I mean, I was being a bit filthy when, like, playing Monkey in the Middle. I was like, oh, what, like, is this like some Lucky Pierre type thing? But no, they were just being childish teasers and using it to pick up women by chucking things at. Oh, you two are assholes. I'm cancelling the ship.
Just tell me anything at all.
You know, my doctor told me I've got a little family of ulcers starting. I wish this case would end so I'd get some rest for a change.
Oh, nothing. Never mind.
All right, if Guy's
It's
live,
your dime.
let's quickly speed through some of these things, and then we'll go raid him in a minute.
What's the status on the Voodoo Murders case?
It's going. Can't seem to make any progress, though. Sluggish damn case. It's weird.
How about getting me some coffee?
Coffee? You want coffee?
Should that surprise you?
Nah, you've always been a caffeine addict. It's just that what we got here hardly qualifies.
So, I'm desperate.
It's your stomach. I'll get you some when we're done talking.
That long?
All right, I'll go now.
Oh, wait. He's leaving for coffee. We can raid his desk. We can raid his desk.
Don't touch anything while I'm gone.
Oh, yeah, we're so touching everything.
Mosley's desk has more. Mosley's desk.
Can we operate
That
with him?
doesn't work. That.
Oh, he's too fast.
Here, drink it.
Never mind.
Thanks. Can I ask you about... I got those photographs you left for me.
Really? Great. What'd you think?
Astonishingly lifelike.
Yeah, that's what I thought. Got any more ideas for photos for the book?
A cop author photo might be nice.
You and me? Together?
Why not? Of course, you'll have to try to tone down your masculinity.
Oh, Jesus Christ.
Well, okay. I'll call the police photographer.
Oh, we're finding ways to make him leave the room.
Franks, come here a minute, would you? Bring your camera.
Well, we're getting our photo taken. And our score's going up as well.
What did you need, Detective Mosley?
We need a picture, please. And make it a good one, huh, sweetheart?
Inappropriate for the office.
Sure, sweetheart.
Yeah, you sass him back, Franks.
Say, chintzy.
Was there anything else, Knight?
Yeah, no, I'm not even going to poop
Nope,
on Officer
that's
Franks.
about it.
Great. Thanks, Franks. Hey, I made a rhyme.
Well done,
You're
Mosley.
astonishing, mostly.
Hey, don't call me that in front of the lady, wise guy.
Can I ask you about you?
Alright, let's finish off some stuff here.
Do you know anything about the patterns around the bodies?
Yeah, weird, huh? All 7 victims had those little marks around them. We got all the marks on file, but we haven't figured out what, if anything, they mean.
Did we ask where Shattenyard go? Yeah, we must have, because I've been going down all the thing. Alright, let's give him an insult and go, huh?
Have you ever called the hair club for men?
I'd rather have no hair than your hair, Knight.
Kind of quite like Gabriel Knight's hair. Alright, oh, there's some stuff over
Can I
the
ask you about
other 6 patterns, hang on. That changed.
Can I see the other 6 patterns?
Sure. People like that kind of stuff, don't they? Might make the book seem more mysterious. Go talk to Officer Franks. Tell her I said you could see the file.
Oh, nice. So let's open that door.
The suit doesn't open.
No, the door.
The suit.
Do I just walk out? Sure, I should be like opening the door. Yeah. Well, no, just say goodbye. We're just gonna there. But if we talk to Franks.
Excuse me, officer.
Yes?
Can you get a file for me?
What file would that be?
The Voodoo Murders file? Detective Mosley said I could see it.
Really? Well, if he said so.
Now we know where it's stored.
There it is. You can look at it all you want, but don't leave this area with it, okay? And no photocopies either, I'm afraid.
Of course. I understand completely.
Unless the food cart comes round.
It's an inbox.
Where is the file? Oh, it's here. Right, so we're going to have to open the file.
The police file contains partial patterns from the first 6 voodoo murders. The police file...
Okay, yeah, that's all we're getting.
The police... The folder is marked with the warning not to leave the police station.
Okay, let's see if we can just, like, leave.
Don't leave the office area with that file, please.
Ah, boo. It was worth a try. Let's give it back to her then.
I'm done.
Yeah, thanks.
Hopefully he's got an eidetic memory, or we can come and have a look at it again. Ooh, that was quick. That coffee kicked in. But hopefully now we go back to the bookshop. We can talk to Grace.
Phew, it's humid out there. Made it back though.
I wish you wouldn't wear that coat outside in June. I could smell you from here.
So, if we talk to Grace, and we ask her to do some research for us.
Got a minute, Grace?
What's up?
Could you do some research for me?
Sure. What?
Now we can check out Malia Gedda.
Could you see what you can find out about a woman named Malia Getty?
Getty, even.
The name Getty sounds familiar. What's your interest in her?
Oh, just, you know, stuff about the voodoo murders. If you could get an address...
They're murders. Right. I'll see what I can find out. Anything else?
I can't think of anything.
Okay. Well, It's about closing time.
We finished the day!
So it is. Good night, Gracie.
Good night, Gabriel. And try not to dream, okay?
So we should have a nightmare, because we have nightmares all the time. They're probably going to be meaningful. But this ends day 1. And that'll be a good point to save up, and we'll go raid Guy. Imagine if we'd done that on Saturday, huh? This is the dream. There's a big fire. Men with big hats. Someone's in the fire. They're sad about it. Someone's angry and turning into a cheetah or a leopard. A leopard? Ooh, and then there's this trinket. And blood. And Bourbon Street. And snake! Bourbon Street, and oh, that's our bookshop anyway. And someone's hanging from a tree. Is it us? They've got nice hair. Could be us. But I think this is it. Yeah, we're on day 2. A mask I wore as I approached. I was what I am not. And though the pattern was unclear, its meaning could be bought. I had to like fudge that. There's the paper. There's Gracie. Alright, we made day 2.
Good morning. Don't you look swell today? Actually, swollen.
Oh.
So have some. There's a fresh pot on the table.
As soon as we get control back.
Seriously, you look like hell. Your hair is sticking straight up like a... Oh, it always does that. Never mind.
I love Grace.
Did you dream about the fire and the hang guy and that lion thing last night?
Leopard, not lion. Did you get anything on Malia Getty?
Well, I did get her address, but you're a little out of your league here, big fella. The Gettys own 3 local hospitals, just to name a few of their assets. They run in very high circles.
Did you get an address?
I got the address. I suppose this has nothing to do with the fact that Malia Getty is incredibly gorgeous. I should have known you wouldn't go for a rich, ugly socialite.
And that address is...
Hey! Far be it from me to postpone your total humiliation. It's 557 West England. That's a garden district, a state city.
That's all I wanted to know. And yes, my dear, Malia Getty is the most dangerous-looking diversion I've ever seen. Ouch!
Oy, men.
Yeah, men. Particularly that man. I mean, not all men, but particularly that man. Cool. That's awesome. We made it to day 2. Let's save this as... whoops. Second session. Cool. So, shall we go join Guy, since he's gone a bit earlier? And Guy's much better at video gaming than me. We'll get a raid on to go and see what Guy's up to. We can, if Guy drops out at a reasonable time, we can always come back and over here. Or if not, we'll be back for a Friday evening stream, like we have before. So let me just alt tab out this. Let's find my buttons to raid. Let's go raiding. Brain Mage. There's only 11 people, so let's boost them up a bit. Start the raids. Starting the raids. All right, cheers, folks. Thanks for hanging around. We got some progress. Now let's go see Guy. Wahoo!